There's a dangerous idea floating around that the only difference between wealthy people and everyone else is the number in their bank account. But here's the twist. For most of them, money wasn't even the starting point. Their brains operate on a different system. That system looks downright strange from the outside. And I'm not talking about 5 a.m. alarms or ice baths. Those are Instagram habits. The real stuff is almost weird. The real stuff is what keeps them debt-free. You click this because you already feel that traditional advice is useless. You want the real mechanics. You want the habits the rich quietly use behind the scenes. And trust me, what you're about to hear is not what your financial advisor talks about. It's not what your favorite guru talks about either. These habits are counterintuitive. These habits are unsettling. These habits reshape your relationship with money. Habit 5 flips everything you think you know about budgeting. If you're ready for the uncomfortable truth, let's go. One of the richest habits in the world is doing nothing. Not hustling harder. Not grinding longer. It's blocking out time just to think. It sounds useless at first. But here's the part nobody talks about. Most people never get ahead because their entire life is reaction mode. They react to emails. They react to notifications. They react to work emergencies. They wake up every day inside someone else's agenda. The wealthy treat quiet thinking time like oxygen. Bill Gates has think weeks. Jeff Weiner kept 2 hours empty every day. Warren Buffett refuses to let people fill his calendar. Chaos kills clarity. Without clarity, you repeat the same money mistakes forever. If you're constantly reacting, you can't zoom out. You can't see your spending habits are destroying you. You can't see that your job has no upward mobility. You can't see that your financial problems have one root cause. You never take time to identify that cause. The rich see a full calendar as a sign of failure. A full calendar means your life is controlled by other people's priorities. Scheduled thinking helps them ask powerful questions. They ask what one decision would move them forward. They ask which unnecessary expense is draining them. They ask where they are leaking time, money, or attention. You don't need a private cabin for this. 2 30-minute thinking blocks put you ahead of 99% of people. If it feels uncomfortable, that's good. Discomfort is the signal that you're doing it right. This brings us to something strange. The rich deliberately choose discomfort. They don't do it because they're cheap. They do it because they understand a psychological trap. That trap is the hedonic treadmill. You get a raise and get excited. You upgrade your life. Suddenly, you're right back at zero. You're at zero with nicer problems. Wealthy people opt out of this game entirely. Warren Buffett still lives in a $31,500 house. Ingvar Kamprad drove an old Volvo. He pocketed salt packets. Millionaires driving 10-year-old cars is not an accident. It is a strategy. Their income skyrockets, but their lifestyle barely moves. The gap becomes a fortress. That fortress protects them from debt. It protects them from downturns. It protects them from dumb decisions. Most people do the opposite. They get a new job and buy a new car. They get a promotion and buy a bigger house. They get a raise and upgrade their lifestyle. Lifestyle inflation destroys more wealth than bad investments. Strategic discomfort makes you antifragile. If your lifestyle costs $60,000 and you earn $200,000, you're fine. If your lifestyle costs $180,000 and you earn $200,000, one bad month destroys you. The next time you get a raise, pause. Don't upgrade. Let your freedom rise first. That's how the wealthy stay debt-proof. If this is clicking for you, stay with me. I break this stuff down every week. Habit 3 gets uncomfortable. Wealthy people don't just manage money. They manage attention. They treat attention like a priceless asset. They avoid useless information. Most people drown in useless information. They drown in political drama. They drown in celebrity gossip. They drown in outrage bait. They drown in notifications. They drown in hourly news cycles. Most people think they have money problems, but they actually have attention problems. Every notification withdraws from your mental bank account. By noon, the average person is mentally bankrupt. When you are mentally bankrupt, you make terrible financial decisions. The wealthy are selectively ignorant. If information doesn't move them toward their goals, they cut it. They cut it ruthlessly. Charlie Munger said avoiding stupidity beats seeking brilliance. Modern information is engineered stupidity. This habit kills the comparison trap. The comparison trap pushes people into debt. You stop seeing curated luxury lifestyles. You stop thinking you need to buy your way into belonging. Try 1 week with no news, no trending tabs, no doom scrolling. Your brain sharpens. Information controls behavior. Behavior controls money. Fix the input. Fix everything else. You've heard pay yourself first. The wealthy do it differently. They do it aggressively. They do it automatically. They do it non-negotiably. Most people save last. The wealthy save first. They don't hope money is left over. They ensure money is taken before spending. They treat saving like a tax. They treat it like a bill. They treat it like a fee to their future self. You get paid. Money disappears into investments. Then you live on the rest. It's wild because the automation makes discipline irrelevant. The system does the work. Most people think they need better budgeting. They need better automation. Paying yourself first makes leftover money guilt-free. You enjoy life knowing your future is secured. This kills debt. This kills lifestyle inflation. This builds wealth on autopilot. Start with 10% if needed. Increase it over time. Automate it. Systems beat discipline every time. This brings us to the mind bender. Most people never understand the next habit. The wealthy do not budget traditionally. There are no spreadsheets. There is no tracking every coffee. There is no guilt. They use reverse budgeting. Money enters. They pay themselves first. They pay fixed bills. Whatever remains is free spending. That's the entire budget. No categories, no stress, no endless tracking. People think the wealthy are reckless. The wealthy have already secured their financial future instantly. Traditional budgeting is a diet. It is restrictive. It is exhausting. It is doomed to fail. Reverse budgeting is freedom. It secures the future up front. It allows guilt-free spending. The power move is focusing on big financial levers. They focus on income. They focus on savings rate. They do not debate cheaper bread. This habit only works with previous habits. Thinking time designs the system. Discomfort keeps costs low. Information diet removes temptations. Automation makes it effortless. When combined, wealth becomes automatic. Debt becomes nearly impossible. These habits look strange. They go against social programming. That's why they work. You don't need money to start them. You need to be different. These habits belong to intentional people. They reject reactive living. Society trains people to react. The wealthy design their lives. Tell me which habit hit hardest. Tell me which habit you'll try. Leave it in the comments. I read every comment. If something clicked, stick around. The next video breaks down a massive money trap. The trap keeps high earners poor. You are not ready for that one. Most people won't see it coming, but you will, because you're thinking differently now. You're already not like the average person, and that is where wealth begins. But here's the twist most people miss. They think making money is the end of the journey. The rich know it's only the first door. Money is just the entry ticket to the game. The real players use money to buy leverage. And here's where it gets wild. Leverage doesn't require more hours. It multiplies the hours you already have. Most people try to outwork everyone. The wealthy try to outthink everyone. That's why effort alone won't change your life. You need compound decisions. decisions that pay you again and again, while everyone else is chasing one-time wins. The average person thinks in tasks. The wealthy think in systems. A task ends when you stop working. A system keeps working even while you sleep. And here's the scary part. Most people never realize they are trapped in tasks forever. They confuse activity with progress. They brag about being busy instead of being effective. They sacrifice impact for motion. They work hard, but never build anything that lasts. Because they never ask the one question that matters. Does this scale without me? If the answer is no, it's a trap. The rich avoid traps. Everyone else collects them. They collect bills, obligations, and distractions. And then wonder why life feels heavy. Here's the part nobody talks about. Wealth is not built from income. It's built from decisions that reduce dependency. The less you depend on time, approval, or luck, the richer you become. That's why the rich value autonomy more than luxury. Freedom is the actual flex. Not cars, not houses, not vacations. Those are symptoms, not the source. The real victory is control. Control over your time. Control over your energy. Control over your direction. And here's where most people mess up. They chase symbols instead of strategy. They want external proof before internal capacity. So they end up broke with nice things. Meanwhile, the wealthy end up wealthy with boring foundations. Because they choose results over aesthetics. They invest in what grows, not what shines. They are patient with the process and aggressive with action. And this is where the gap gets permanent. The poor procrastinate. The middle class hesitates. The rich initiate. Most people wait for perfect timing. The wealthy create timing. That's why opportunity feels invisible. It only appears to those already moving. And here's the wildest part. The rich don't know more than everyone else. They just ask better questions. Questions that expose opportunity. Questions that reveal leverage. Questions that challenge assumptions. Poor thinkers ask, "Can I afford it?" Rich thinkers ask, "How can I afford it without working more?" That one extra line changes the entire trajectory. Because it forces innovation instead of limitation. Constraints create creativity. Creativity creates new doors. And new doors create new futures. Most people never get past the first door. They stop at resistance. They quit at discomfort. They surrender to doubt. The wealthy use doubt as fuel. They convert fear into action. They convert confusion into curiosity. They convert time into advantage. And here's the dangerous part. If you do nothing, life still moves forward. But it moves forward without you. You don't stay where you are. You fall behind silently. That's why stagnation feels safe at first. Until suddenly, it doesn't. Until the gap becomes irreversible. And the only thing left is regret. Regret is the tax of inaction. Everyone pays something. The wealthy pay in discipline. Everyone else pays in regret. One hurts now. One hurts forever. The rich choose the temporary pain because they understand the long-term payoff. And once you understand this, everything changes. Because the moment you think differently, you stop living like everyone else. When these combine, wealth becomes automatic. Debt becomes impossible. These 5 weird habits have one thing in common. They're designed for people who want to live intentionally, not reactively. They look strange because they go against everything society trains you to do. But that's why they work. You don't need to be rich to start them. You just need to be different. So tell me, which habit hit you the hardest? Which one are you trying this week? Drop it in the comments. I read everyone. And if something clicked today, if this opened a new way of thinking, stick around. Next video, we're breaking down the biggest money trap keeping high-income earners poor. You're not ready for that one. See you there.